Hello everyone, welcome to Winter Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is our last winter craft in the winter craft program here at the library. So I hope you enjoy this one. This one is very simple and easy, really fun to do, and can kind of have a few different purposes, and it's really one of those crafts that you can make your own and doesn't have any specific type of rules or guidelines in terms of decorating, which is most of the craft, which is really fun. So this is a bookmark craft, but it can also be a magic wand because that's what it looks like to me, but or it can be a magic wand bookmark, which is also great. So you don't need too much with this depending on what you want to do with it, especially with the decoration aspect of it. So I have a big kind of popsicle stick, craft stick, whatever you want to call it. These are bigger than kind of your standard ones, so it'll be nice and wide and sturdy. And that's going to be our base for the bookmark. And because this is a winter craft, I'm going to put a snowflake on it. So this is the snowflake template I have cut out, which will be linked in the description. If you want to use this, you can draw your own if you'd like, but I found it easier using a template, so I printed it and then cut it out. I have some white paper then to trace this onto, even easier if you wanted to just print 2 of the templates and save yourself going through cutting out the template and then cutting out more. That's also a good idea. I have some paint here. I have white and blue paint because I'm going to mix them to make a lighter blue. Now you can use whatever color of paint you prefer. That's the color I'd like to go with. And I have scissors for cutting. I have a foam paintbrush. You can use a regular paintbrush, that's totally fine. But if you have one of these, this might be easier to paint one of these with. I have a plate to put the paint on, and then I have decoration pieces. So I have some glitter here. This is like iridescent glitter, so it's white and kind of rainbow shimmer in the light. I have some sequins, which I picked out some silver sequins to kind of put on it. And I have some glue as well to glue our parts together, and it's a hot glue gun. Again, you don't need this. I use this for the sake of this video. You can absolutely use regular tacky glue or school glue for this and sit and let it dry. But of course, hot glue is always an option if the parent or guardian wants to use that part, do that part for them, or if the child is old enough and can use a hot glue gun. So I'm going to start by tracing this. What I did is I tape it if you want, because it is kind of hard to hold down, and then I traced it on the paper. I already have 2 ready and cut out because it would have taken quite some time. So the reason why we're going to do 2 is so we can glue them together so it looks the same on both sides. So with this paper, I'm going to use this as scrap. That's another thing I forgot to mention is you'll want probably a piece of scrap paper, or if you have a tarp or a paper towel, that's fine, just so I don't get paint all over the table from when I paint this. So I'm going to mix these colors together. This is just a regular dark blue and a white, because I want kind of like a powder baby blue, like a sky blue. So I'm going to add some white to it. And I'm just going to mix it with the brush and see what the color looks like. So this is what I have so far. I actually think that's came out kind of perfect. So I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to go along the craft stick, and I would do both sides and you might want to do a couple of coats depending on how thick the paint is. This is tempera paint, so this is a nice washable paint. So it's not too thick, so when it dries, you could always go back and do more coats or just try to add on. And then once one side dries, you can do the other side. What's great about the tempera paint is it does dry really quickly, like less time than overnight, like within the hour or so. It should be pretty dry, so it won't be necessarily a multiple day project if you use that paint. So because I have to wait for this to dry now and I would have to flip it, I have one already done, pre-made for this video. So it's, as you can see, it's painted on both sides, and I actually went ahead and added glitter all over it, the iridescent glitter, while the paint was still wet, so it all stuck. Now some of the glitter is falling off, so what I recommend doing, and what I'm going to do with this one once this is done, because again it would be another thing to dry, but if you have clear glue, going over this and doing a coat of clear glue, that's something that will take a while to dry, but it will just work as a lacquer and a nice adhesive so the glitter won't fall off and get everywhere. So here's my popsicle stick. So I'm going to add some sequins on it as well, just because I think that would look really pretty. So I'm just going to take my glue gun and just kind of put the sequins on the stick wherever I see fit. Maybe do some smaller ones. And again, you can use whatever you like. I think this would look really cute as well if you wanted some cotton on it, if you wanted to put little cotton. And I guess it also depends on what you want to use this for, because if you want it to be a bookmark, then I suggest flatter things like sequins, glitter, things of that nature. But you know, if it's a magic wand, gems would look really nice. Something with texture, cotton to look like snow. Alright, so here's that, and I left a little bit of space up here for the snowflake. So I'm going to glue this down kind of right in the center, in the back. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there. Great, and then I'm just going to match the other one on the other side. And just putting a little bit of glue right on the back of that popsicle stick, the craft stick, and gluing that together. And then you can go in and kind of glue those bits down so they connect, which I'm going to do right now. Ta-da! So this is what it looks like, and if you print out the template, you can also make it smaller or make it bigger. So if you like the snowflake to be about this size, that's the template set size. But if you want it to be a little smaller, you can always shrink it. Or if you want it to be a little bit bigger, you can always make it bigger. And so this is what it looks like. Now, again, you can kind of do whatever you'd like in terms of decoration. If you wanted to paint the snowflake, I think that's a great idea. I think I'm going to add a little bit of the sequins to the snowflake as well, because I just think that looks really nice. And there we have it, a little magic wand bookmark. Should we test it in a book and see what it looks like? Okay, so I have one of our 39 clue books, and I'm just going to put this in. So you have a nice snowflake sticking out, very decorative bookmark for winter, very fun. And it also doubles as a magic wand if you want to play with it, which I really, really like. So that's it. It's super simple, super low maintenance, very easy, and very fun to do for little ones, especially if they're learning to use scissors and they're sensory because of all the fun textures of the glitter and the sequins if you want to use that, as well as the tracing of the snowflake. And it's very creative because of all the different ways you can decorate it. So I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you make this craft. And of course, if you don't want to do a snowflake or winter theme, you could do lots of other themes. Spring is coming, you could maybe put a flower on it, or whatever you prefer. Very simple, very easy to do. So again, I hope you enjoy this craft, and I want to thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.